Hello, beautiful, curious, and creatives. Welcome back to my studio. As promised, I am here today to work on repurposing envelopes. So my thought was to make or to repurpose or alter three envelopes in three different ways. So I just picked up from my stash a couple that have, the small window. And then there are two that have no window. These are all previously used envelopes. I just pulled the address stickers, oops, a little sticky, off them. And then there are two larger ones with larger windows. Doesn't matter where they are because we can use them any way we want. I haven't trimmed them or anything like that. I just literally shopped them out of my stash as they were, except for the address labels that I pull them off. I decided to, just for a change for me, to use some digitals, and partly because I saw this set of digital papers from Tailor Made Journals when Lorna Taylor posted them. I think they were posted yesterday or the day before, and I just fell in love with them. I typically work in vintage hues and, sepias, black and white, cream color, but if I were to work in color, this would definitely be it. This set of digitals is just stunning. They are very three-dimensional. They have a tone of gold and beautiful colors, and I'm just going to quickly flip through them. One of the reasons why I don't enjoy working with digitals, aside from the fact that I like to, create my own aesthetic and my own look instead of using a previously made one, is that I don't enjoy sitting down and printing. That's just, to me, it's creative time that I'm wasting. However, if it's something that's worthwhile, I will put the time into it. But because I don't do it often, this is what happens. I ran out of regular copy paper, so I had to use some 3-hole punch paper. No big deal. Amazon will deliver paper tomorrow and life will be, good again. But I'm just explaining why we have 3-hole punch paper here. But back to the gorgeous digitals. I use no frills paper because, I don't use digitals. So it really doesn't matter, I print to print other stuff, not to necessarily put stuff in my work. But look at the gold tone on this paper and the cracks. You can almost feel the stroke of the palette knife with whatever it is, gesso or paint or whatever medium they're using. It's just the writing on it carved in. It's just stunning. My paper is doing this digital work zero justice, but I just want you to to take a quick peek, and I want to say the name of the digital set is Touch of Gold, maybe. It's just, look at this. This is this is a palette, my dream palette right here. It's just, this is as much color as I enjoy, but the others are just stunning, so stunning that I am in Better Paper going to print another set, and I'm going to alter a book rather, sorry, because they're beautiful. They're beautiful. They're stunning. At the risk of, repeating myself, look at this. Look at this. Just gorgeous, gorgeous. So I think there's 34 sheets in the set. I may have 31 here because, you know, the joy of sitting there and printing for me is non-existent, and I probably skipped a sheet or two, and I was so anxious to share the digitals with you and start the video that I really didn't count. But I am sure that I may have skipped. Look at this, how gorgeous this is. Printing a sheet or two this time around. All right, so I think the first type of envelope that I am going to make with you is and I hope my very loved table is not too distracting. It's clean, it's just loved. Is going to be an over the page envelope. So for this, typically I would use, you know, a longer type envelope. A larger window would be great as well. And I keep every part of the envelope. So right here we have, you know, this little bit here that is detached. No biggie. I'm just going to glue it and we're going to go about our business. Just so it's not, you know, bothering us. The same with this corner. Keep it, no reason to not. And we'll just continue. So since this is going to be an over the page, I just want to decide which way I'm going to do it. Am I going to do it like this? And I think I am going to do it like this. This will be the top of my page. So I'm going to slice 3 ways. This is already open. I'm going to slice this way and then this way as well. And I do have a letter opener that I am going to use. I think I'm going to use this. Yep. And then I am going to slice all the way up too. I don't mind things looking organic and rough around the edges. So if I opt to do that, you know, that's just because it's my style. And I'm just sharing a process with you. So you, at the end of the day, are going to do what's aesthetically pleasing to you and goes with your, you know, with your style. And if you don't like the rough edges and I leave them like that, I know you'll forgive me. And when you make yours, you will make it whichever way, you know, you want it to look. So I am going to, first of all, pick what I want for the inside of the envelope. That's just the way I work. And I kind of liked these, the lighter background ones from the beginning. Let me see if I can find one of those, because that's what I'm going to line the inside with. So I'm thinking one of these. And I think I'm going to go for this one. So yeah, I think that looks good to me for the inside of the envelope. And I'm going to go off the edge a little bit because I didn't cut my papers since I was going to be trimming here anyway. But I am going to trim this edge up here. Actually, no, I'm not going to do that. I am going to see if I can go the long way for this, but probably not. So I'm going to, I'm going to go to here. Okay. And I think I'm going to use a glue stick for this. And guys, just so you know, I mean, I love to craft and I work very intuitively. I'm sure you've heard me say this before. So I kind of fly by the seat of my pants. Like I said, I'm sharing a process with you. I don't think this is a tutorial in any way, just showing you how I do it. And sometimes it's very messy. Sometimes it makes no sense. I just kind of go with the flow. Well, the idea is fresh in my head, because otherwise I start thinking about something altogether different and I forget why I started where I did. So please bear with me. So I'm gonna do this here just to, you know, cover that. It's crooked, doesn't bother me, it's okay. It doesn't bother me at all. I'm going to cut it. And I am going to cut this part here. And this I'm just gonna flip up because it'll make that edge a little stronger also, and we are gonna cover that side anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Let me get a wipe. Because I am gonna need that. Okay, so the inside is covered. Okay. One edge is a little rougher than the other one, but that's okay. So we're gonna work on, let's do the outside. And I kind of want to pick up on one of those colors, and I think it may be this. So since we're hanging this one, I'm going to put the writing like this, but I'm going to, okay. I'm going to use more of that side. I'm going to use the glue stick. And that kind of helps me get a larger area at a time of, you know, of envelope to glue. You know, I say that even though I'm a creator, I am horrible with scissors and I have no business using glue. But those are necessary elements of doing this kind of stuff. So I kind of like it somewhere around here. And because the glue lets you have a little more work time, I'm gonna flip it over and just make sure that, since it has a little bit of writing, it doesn't have to be straight, but I don't want it too wonky. And so these are a little tricky because they have the window. So if you noticed, I worked on where I wanted my glue. I will kind of wing now cutting it. And this is pretty much how I go about that. So I know that it is about, I want to say about here. I'm gonna take that chance. It's a little more, but that's fine. I'm going to go this way. And I want to say this way for the rest of it. Okay. I don't know if, is that better? Okay. So I do know that I have a little more to cut here. just going to go a little bit this way. And kind of stop. Okay. Okay. And then I'm going to go this way. I'm going to take a peek. And this looks right. And I'm going to cut or tear. I'm not cutting, I'm tearing. Okay. Maybe what I will do is this for the flip part. Okay. This looks good, and now you get to see me use my scissors, which is awful because I need to cut under my nose, so do forgive me. I will do the best I can. I have to tell you, hats off to all the YouTubers out there who do this with such ease, and oh, it's just amazing to watch people you know, sharing their process, doing tutorials and craft with me videos, because I can barely get through, you know, crafting on my own by myself without 100 mishaps. So, you know, sharing a process with people, knowing that, I don't know, that you want to make sense and make something that's appealing and useful for other people. I think it's a lot of pressure, but so worth it. And I know we're also grateful to those people that do that. So it's coming along, right? We got one edge, we got the inside. This is a little bulky here, so what I think I'm gonna do is just cut this a little bit here. And cut it here. So it's less bulk. Okay. Great. So honestly, I could leave this blank. I could just put a little washi. I could, you know, there's so many things that you could do with this. But for the sake of, you know, doing something comprehensive here, I am going to cover it. One thing to know is that I don't even know how to say it in a kinder way, but I am so cheap with paper. Every piece of paper to me is like, I don't know, it's gold. I hoard my paper. I love paper. I just love paper, and I will use every bit that I can. So with that said, I'm using this little strip here to not waste this. And our glitter glue is great to get into some areas, you know, where the other adhesives may be tough to get into, but it just doesn't give you a lot of work time. But we're good. So, sorry, we're gonna flip it. Make sure it's adhered. And we're gonna cut or tear, rather. Okay. And I think I will flip up here. I guess I'm going to cut. Just glue. All right. So today is Monday, April 8th, and the big news is the eclipse. I am in the Northeast. I live in New Jersey, And we started our weekend with a little bit of excitement between the earthquake on Friday and now this eclipse that could be happening right now as we speak. I'm not even sure. I have not really stayed too current with that. Friday's excitement was enough for me. So yeah, are you guys anywhere near here? And do you have any plans? Are you outside sporting the accessories to check it out? I'm curious. Okay, so this is what we have so far. We are going to put a little something there, but I want to concentrate on this side, and then this, of course, will be very easy, this back side. Excuse me. Let's see if we can just to okay, let's do that. What do you think? Or maybe we'll do this and then do something on that strip. Okay, I'm gonna flip it. And let's go for the glue. No, I forget if we were going in here. Okay. Do we say this? Or do we say, what do we say? Like this? Oh yeah, we were gonna go this way. This is what I'm talking about. The struggle is real. Okay. Oh. It doesn't have to be perfect for me, but I do want it to, you know, to adhere. And now we're gonna cut this way or tear. And then that side should be almost done. And I apologize if I am out of frame. This is all so new to me. Like I said, pretty much I work with everything under my nose. I'm just gonna tear that little piece of paper. That edge. Okay. I love rough edges, as I mentioned. So, you know, just ripping something, tearing something is not a horrible thing for me. I'm going to pull out some washi tape and see if we can, in those little spots, yeah, if we can put something there. As much as I love washi tape, sometimes I feel that it's hard for me to work with it because I have so much for so long that I really just never paid attention to. And I feel that it's dried out. The adhesive part of it is not, it's not that effective anymore. So I do put a little, you know, a little glue. I let it, you know, curl and glue onto itself. But yeah, so reinforcing it, I think, is always something that I do when I use it. And I like it because it just adds a little something to it. Okay, so that's the inside. This is the outside. I think we'll pop a little bit of that washi tape there as well. Just for, oh, how about I like to see it? For continuity, right? And cohesiveness. Okay, and so here's the other thing. So now that I was talking about how the adhesive part of the washi tape is not working so great, it's so stuck onto itself that I can't even peel it apart. That's what happens. I think this little part of it needs some also. So I am going to put a little strip on there of the same one. And then I am going to just cut the excess. How about we do that? We're gonna cut here. And this envelope is going to be done in a minute. I'm not gonna use this because I want to use it maybe for the inside of another envelope. So how about we use this? Of course, without the 3 holes. Okay, I'm gonna use my glue stick again. Oh yeah, so back to location. So where are you guys watching from? Where one of the amazing things about this this community or this craft is that, oh my goodness, it's so global, and that's one of the, I think, to me anyway, the biggest joys is to see how this I don't want to say sisterhood because I've come across some fabulous crafters that are not women, but you know, this junk journaling community from so many parts of the world, and it's beautiful to see that something can unite so many people from so many different walks and so many different places. That's special. That's really special. Oh, I meant to do this. I'm sorry. Well, I have to admit that one of the joys of using a digital kit, you know, a good digital kit, is that you have so many options of prints that all go so well together, you know. There's something to be said about about that. Where when, you know, I'm creating from scratch with vintage papers or whatever, I really need to, excuse me, think about what I'm going to be using next. And make sure that there's some kind of cohesiveness to the work. Okay, so since this is where it folds, okay, this is the back side, this is the front, obviously. If I had done it a different way, I would have been doing this part last, and it would have been going over here, you know, over this this panel, but I didn't, and it's not a big deal. I'm going to tear this because I don't want to cut it here and then just have, you know, this, and this is like this because the glue is not, you know, 100% dry, and for the sake of time on the video, I'm gonna keep it moving. So I'm just going to very, you know, loosely just give it a tear. And that is how I am going to glue it. That's pleasing. That's pleasing. That is pleasing to my eye. It's, you know, a little raw. I love it. So I can live with that. I am going to just ink here. And I'm going to fold and glue. And while I have my dauber out, I am going to just ink everywhere else. The inside. And I am going to give it a little something here. And definitely a little something here. And on this side. And yeah, so that's what it's going to look like. And I love it. I'm going to do a little on the inside too, just because I don't want any of that white showing. And I'm going to use the art glitter glue for this. I think we need to address the bottom part here. And I think I'm also going to, oh, excuse me, I'm also going to tear this. Okay. All right. I think this is gorgeous. I think it has beautiful journaling space. I think I would like to decorate it a little bit. And I also think that I want to just distress this a little bit here. So one way to, you know, that I do this when it's an afterthought, like this is now, is to do it like that. I use the back of a paper and, you know, just do the edges the best I can. can move on. Okay. All right. So I am not an over decorator. I know less is better. I do, however, feel that more is more, period. And, you know, but for some reason, I like to leave things simple because I always feel that whomever is going to work on this, on something that I make, should be able to add a little something to, you know, and feel free to work on it, to create and have the space. So I am like super simple when it comes to, you know, to putting decorations on any of my work. I do a little here, a little there. And honestly, when you have digitals as beautiful as this one, it really doesn't need much. So I am gravitating towards maybe something like this. And oh, by the way, I'm picking from my, I have a little, this is where I have my smaller ephemera. These are my labels mostly. I have them in this little container here, and then I have this one that has you know, like the larger pieces of ephemera. So that's where I was pulling from. I just kind of pick whatever's in the front that's, you know, staring at me. And then maybe put a little number on it, but I'm not, because it already has numbers, so it's gonna stay just like that. And like when I say I don't overdo it, trust me, I don't overdo it. And it almost seems lazy, but if I start to like just think about it too much, then it turns into something that's not where I was going. So I don't know if you know what I mean, but when it looks good and it feels good, to me it's done. Although I've had situations where I just keep going and, you know, it's a hot mess afterwards. So I like that so far, and I'm going to do a little something down here because I think it would look very cute. So I am going to pull from, I also have these little containers where I have more little bits and pieces. And this one just happened to have some tabs. And I am just going to pull one that I think may go with this. And this may be it. A lot of these I had purchased from Jessica from Two Silver Oranges, and I kid you not, probably 2 or 3 years ago, and I am just getting through them. So there were, I can't even remember how many there were, and you know, sometimes I use them, sometimes I don't, but I started using them as of late. So they've gone a long way, aside from the fact that it was a very generous amount that I purchased. She's another very talented creator. Sorry, I'm trying to get you in frame, and I am just pushing you away. So yeah. All right. I wasn't sure that I was going to do this, but I'm going to do it. I'm going to give it one quick stitch over here, and I'm going to be right back. I don't know how to pause you, so I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to turn on my machine and run this very quickly. Okay, that was a scare because my machine didn't, I don't think it was having it in the beginning, but all right. Okay, and the last thing I'm gonna do with this is, I am going to punch a little hole here. I'm going to put a little eyelet, and maybe this one. Okay. And then we're gonna hang a little charm from it, and we're gonna call it done. Okay. I have these cute little things. I may have ordered these on Amazon. I don't recall, but I do know that I thought they were larger than this. I was a little disappointed with the size of them, because I don't really enjoy working with small things. I think I'm a little awkward. So I'm not very graceful. Okay. So here is our first envelope. That we made. And it's altered. It has beautiful paper, a little collage cluster there. This paper is just stunning, stunning. And we're going to just position it in the book that I am currently working on. Although I haven't done any kind of work in this book in a while. Let's go to the back. And it would probably go. And this is what it would look like. I think it's too long for this book. But the next one that we make would definitely be able to go in this book. Because we're going to come back to make another envelope tomorrow. And I'm still feeling my way through this, you know, time-wise. I don't want the video to be too long. And I want to, you know, I want it to be relevant. So I am so grateful that you were here with me today. I'm trying to get over this craft along or process video fear that I have, because I'm just not used to, you know, showing my process. I'm used to just making my mess and working on my own pace in a way that, you know, that works for me. But I really am grateful that you are here and that you survived. I survived. I hope you try to alter your over the page envelope or repurpose an envelope like that. And I hope that you are well and safe wherever you are, and you are thriving and being creative. I will be back tomorrow with another video. We're going to alter our second envelope. And I hope that you are here with me again next time. Thank you so much. Bye.